you? It's Colleen, Rebel Stitcher. This is episode number 80. It's hard to believe I've sat here and rambled for 80 episodes. And as always, I am joined by my handsome sidekick, Albus, the world's cutest and sleepiest dog. This episode, I'm going to have stitching updates. Oh, by the way, I have a hat on. Whenever I have a hat on in an episode, behind the scenes info, that means I still have bedhead. So it's been, one of those days. Let's see, I'll have stitching updates, life updates, whip go updates, shop updates, birthday stitching plans in this episode. So sit back and hopefully you will enjoy my rambling and you get some stitching done in the meantime. So let's start with life updates. My wife, Nicole, had knee surgery the other day. She's recovering really well, actually. Technically, she needs knee replacement, but they're saying she's too young. She played college basketball and has completely ruined her knees. So we've been down this path quite a few times. Hopefully this is the last one of these minor surgeries before the doctors give in and just say, okay, we'll give you the knee replacements. So I've been playing nursemaid to her. We have 2 Frenchies and a pug. You know Albus. Dobby is more camera shy. She is our other Frenchie, and she is 11 years old, which is getting up there especially for any dog, but especially for a Frenchie. The other day she had what we think is a seizure. We took her to the vet the next day. She's fine. They did a senior blood panel and urine panel. We should get the results back today. But we don't quite know what's happening. Best case scenario is she got into something and had some sort of toxic reaction. And it was a one-off and it'll never happen again. Fingers crossed that's what it is. But we've been watching her to make sure she doesn't have any more. So far so good. Send some good mojo Dobby's way. We adore her. And she's the senior queen of the house. Let's see. Walker, I mentioned before, our son made it to nationals and we will be leaving there in a couple days. So usually I have a super fast turnaround on orders from the shop, but we'll be gone for a long weekend going up to Michigan. So if you place an order and it sits there for a couple days before it ships, that's why. My apologies, but I'm sure you understand. Let's see. I think I'm gonna mix things up maybe and go in a different order than I usually do. I'll move on to shop updates. The Cottage Garden Thread Club, all of the orders have shipped out. Again, that is a bi-monthly thread club that I run with Cottage Garden Threads. And this was the first one based out of the United States. So it's a great way for you to try out this fun floss and not have to pay crazy shipping from Australia. So since it shipped out, now if you haven't gotten yours, if the mailman or mail carrier has been a jerk and you don't want any spoilers, look away for a few minutes. But since they've all shipped, I'm hoping everybody has gotten theirs. So this is what you get, a fun, whoop, that I just threw on the ground. A fun springy package, and inside is this little bundle. The theme for this mailing was spring, so I put a little bird sticker. Everybody got a different bird. And then, let's see. We got Buttercup, Hollyhock, Mabel, and Larkspur. So these were the 4 springy colors of skeins. Again, these skeins are longer than a DMC skein. I think these are 10 meters and DMC is 8. They're just a joy to stitch with, and this is what you got in the first mailing. I've gotten a lot of feedback. People have reached out to me or posted on Instagram that they absolutely love it. So that makes me feel so happy, since this is something new I'm doing, that I'm moving in the right direction. They have not started dyeing the floss for the next mailing. So if somebody wants to get on the club and said, oh, I missed out, or that looks like fun, email me. My email will be in the description box down below. But it's Cmatthews with 2 T's, Frey, F-R-E-Y, @gmail.com. And all I need is your PayPal info for now, and before the next mailing, I'll send out PayPal invoices, and then I'll ship it. So they come out every 2 months. So the next one, the invoices will probably come out the end of June. But since I'm talking about cottage garden thread, I figured I would do a giveaway and let some lucky person try it. So this is a skein of sweet pea, and this is a really nice soft, it's kind of like pink to green to like a tanny kind of color. And again, if you look on their website, you can stitch from these. You don't need a floss ring or anything like that. You can use it from here. Put your little ring through here, and you can just pull one strand at a time, as long as you're pulling from the left-hand side. But if you look on Cottage Garden Thread's website, they have a little demonstration to show you. I need to pause this because I'm getting a text from my patient that she needs some food I have to bring to her. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. The duties of a nursemaid. Anyway, if you would like to try to win and try out a skein of this, use the word floss in the comments below. You have to be 18. You know, all the usual rules, don't say giveaway, that sort of stuff. But I'd love for somebody to get this a try and see how awesome that floss is. So again, use the word, what did I say? What word did I say? I don't remember. Oh my God. Let's use the word floss. Remember floss. Floss, floss, floss. I'm gonna write it down. Floss. Use the word floss. Whew. Okay, so the bi-monthly thread club mailed out. I'm just going over my notes because I feel scrambled because I just ran upstairs to check on Nicole. If you want to be added, you can email me, for the next mailing, which will be in the description box below. And let's see, guys, I got my first model back from the framers for the charts that are coming out at StitchCon. Oh my God, I am like busting at the seams. I want to show you so bad, but I have to keep it a secret. Oh my God, so that chart that came back is a Quaker floral, kind of springy themed, and it's gonna be at StitchCon. After that, it'll also be on my website, and that chart uses 6 cottage garden threads and some DMC. That's how it's charted. You can certainly stitch from stash. It's a great one if you want to stitch from stash. But if you like it the way I did it, Cottage Garden Threads pack will also be, they're working on dyeing it now furiously. I will have thread packs at StitchCon. So if you're at StitchCon and you want that to be a StitchCon start, Justine of X's and Hose had suggested that. So I'm working with Barb and we're getting it all taken care of. We will have the chart and thread packs ready for you. So thank you, Justine, for the awesome idea, and Barb for all of her awesome support. My second chart was model stitched by my amazingly talented friend Susie, who, oh my God, put my model stitching to shame. Her stitching is freaking impeccable, and if you're at StitchCon, you'll get to see the model. That one is called, am I even allowed, should I even tell you? It's called Women of Honor, and that's a sampler. I'm not going to give you any more info, but that one is at the framer getting framed, the model, and it is gorgeous. I am so excited about that. That will also be at StitchCon in June and on my website after that. Let's see, more shop news. I've just been like super busy in the office. A busy bee. I just this morning added more scissor holders. Whenever I've put them up on the website before, they usually sell super fast. So by the time this uploads, I don't know that these will be available. Fingers crossed they will be. But let me show you what I uploaded. So this is one of them. I work with a pottery artist named Dallas. Her Instagram name is Snarky Clay Mom. She is a fellow gymnastics mom that I met when we lived in Cincinnati, and she does pottery to stay sane and have a creative outlet as a stay-at-home mom like I do needlework. So we kind of put our heads together. These all have 5 holes to put your scissors in, and what I do is I go around to antique stores, thrift stores, and I look for perfect kind of vessels, and then she makes different ceramic tops, ships them to me, and I put them together. I was like, which one looks good with what? So this is one of them that's up there. You don't get the scissors. Hold on. You're gonna see a lot of the top of my head or reaching today. This is another one. This has these, oh, I guess I should turn around. These super fun mushrooms on here. And again, there's 5 holes for your scissors to go in there. This was another one. There's 4 of them up there right now, or at least when I was filming. This one is kind of fun. It has handles and butterflies. And there's 5 holes for your scissors to go in. And these are just really fun, cute things to put next to your stitchy table or in your craft room or whatever. And the last one is this one. And look at the modeling on that glaze that she did. So cool. So anyway, these are up in the shop, rebelstitcher.com, under the category scissors and scissor holders. So you have to kind of look through in the different collections. But they're up there in shop news. I also added grab bags. These are not on the website. These are on my Instagram, Rebel Stitcher Designs on Instagram. Excuse me. Every so often I make grab bags. So here's an example. I'm not going to open it up, but inside there are 6 needle minders. They could be resin or enamel, and a handful of stickers. So these are $15, I think is what I put them at, and with free shipping. And so you just go on my Instagram page to the picture with this for the grab bags and leave me your PayPal info. And hold on, I'm getting a call. Sorry. Leave me your PayPal info and I will send you an invoice and ship out a mystery grab bag. And so who knows what you'll get? It's kind of a fun surprise. Okay, I think that's it for shop news. I've been a busy bee. Why don't I actually show you what I've been stitching? I had a finish. Oh. I posted this on Instagram, but I stitched this bunny up here, the bunny riding the lamb or sheep or whatever the heck he is. And let me fold this back. And here he is. So this is from Leela Studio, and it's all the called for DMC except this green in the stems. I just wanted to make that a little greener. This is stitched on 18 count Jody fabric from one of her Fabric of the Month shipping, mailings. And this was a super, super fun stitch. Oh, my note, somebody just knocked over my notes. So this was a super fun stitch. I loved it. And I want to stitch some more of these and have them finished as little pillows. So I can have some spring / Easter themed finishes. Little pillows in a little display. The other thing I stitched on was a Whip Go call for April. This was a unicorn chart for me, and my friend Susie, once again, is the hero, and she said, I have that chart, and she lent it to me. This is just a copy. I don't mess with the original, but it's by Birds of a Feather, and it's Poor Jack, and my Whip Go goal was to stitch the border, which is kind of like this spooky checkerboard kind of border. I was cruising right along. I was making phenomenal progress because I brought this with me while Nicole was in surgery. And let's see, when I started this, I had this house to half this pumpkin. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4.5 squares done. And I need one more here, and then from here to there. So I am quite I guess halfway done, about halfway done with the border, a little more, a little less. So I was cruising right along, and I ran out of this orange, which is pumpkin pie. I looked in my project bag, there was none. I went and I dug through all my Halloween whips, because I was like, oh, that's a pretty common Halloween color. Didn't have it anywhere. I was about to give up, and I said, okay, well, I can't finish the border. So I sat and I even ordered more of the floss. Then I was like, well, I still want to work on it since it's Whip Go. I'll start doing some of the inside. So I added the K, because I didn't have the K there for Poor Jack. I reached in the bag, this project bag, and the floss was in there. I swear the project bag is magical. This is what I found. A bag, a little baggie with 3 skeins of pumpkin pie. This, I swear to God, this wasn't in here. Anyway, let me show you this amazing project bag. This was from made by the amazing Jen at Jasmine Custom Bags. Look at that. This is embroidered on there. And it's my cryptid bag. So it must have had magical powers and made the floss I need appear, because I swear to God it wasn't there before. I didn't tell you what this was stitched on. This is stitched on Stonehenge 16 count by Be Stitch Me, and I believe it's all the called for over dyes, and there's a couple DMC in there. So I'm back to working on the border. I have a couple more days in the month. I don't know how much I'll get done because we're going to be traveling soon, but that was my Whip Go, whatever. The new numbers have been called for May, and let's see, they correspond to a free space, which I did originally put something in my free space for Whip Go. Oh, Whip Go, if you're like saying, what the heck is she talking about? It's like Jessie Marie Does Stuff is the person that created it. There's a Facebook group for it. And basically you create your own bingo board full of whips. Some people put new starts or whatever. You can make it however you want. I've only been able to mark these off. And as you meet your goals, you get to mark them off like a bingo board, you know, when your number's called. So anyway, Jessie Marie pulled up 3 numbers in May because one of them was a free space. I originally had something in the free space because I was like, oh, had all these lofty goals, but I didn't make some of my other Whip Go goals, so I erased it so I can use that free space to maybe catch up on some other things. But in addition to the free space, they also called Birds of a Feather chart. This is called Lost Spirits. And let's see, I don't have a ton done on this. It's got a random needle, hold on. I just have Lost. So I am supposed to work on this for, I don't know, 10 days or whatever. So that's the first Whip Go call. I don't know, let's see, did I write down what this fabric is? 18 count be stitch me ? Called for floss. So that's very helpful. I'm glad I wrote that down. Okay, so that's my first, oh, and that is stored in my RBG bag made by the amazing Lynn Dorney. I'm so lucky to have talented friends. The other Whip Go call was a pattern by Mama Witch Cross Stitch called Dance, Dance, Dance. I know this is a black and white copy. It's not very good. But the goal is to keep working on the frog. So I started to get a shirt in last time. This is 18 count Midnight Ride by XJew. Excuse me, this is a fabric I carry in the shop in both Aida and linen counts. So if you like it, I should have it. Honestly, I'm not sure I have it in Aida in stock right now because that Aida sells out. I can't keep it in stock, but I do have a huge Aida order being dyed by Jukas at the moment. So hopefully in a couple weeks I'll have that. But that's what I'm supposed to be working in May and the latter part of April for Whip Go. The other thing that was called for Whip Go is Monkey on a Toilet. I didn't pull her out, but there's no way I'm gonna get her stitched on for 10 days and finish that checkerboard border in Poor Jack. So Monkey on a Toilet is on here more than once, so hopefully I'll get working on her next time. Okay, Albus, you knocked over my notes, baby. Okay, so birthday stitching plans. My birthday is May 6th. It's coming up soon. It's also Mother's Day weekend, so I get gypped a little bit. I know I sound like a total brat, but I don't get like a birthday weekend and a Mother's Day weekend. But whatever, I'm a grown-up. So Susie, who I've mentioned before, and I are birthday twins. Our birthdays are like one day apart. So we usually do a start to commemorate our birthdays. Last year we stitched P-Roy by Stacy. These are by Stacy Nash Primitives, right? And this was finished, amazingly finished, by Jan through Keepsakes, one of the finishers there. And so this was last birthday's birthday stitch along. This year we're going to continue the trend. I'm trying to find my project bag. Give me 1 second. It's here, I promise. I get a good look at the top of my head. This year we're going to continue the trend, and I'm going to stitch, well, we are going to stitch Henrietta from Stacy Nash Primitives, this adorable little chick. I have the floss already in here, and I think I'm gonna stitch her on this fabric. This is a Be Stitch Me. I think it's a Be Stitch Me. It doesn't have a label on it. So it looks like a Be Stitch Me though. So I'm gonna stitch it on this fabric, kind of like a taupey color. And if anybody would like to join along with us, and honestly, any animal would be awesome. It's #BirthdayBuddySal. So Susie and I are gonna stitch Henrietta, and since we're birthday twins, and if anybody else is stitching one of the Stacy Nash Primitives little stand-up people, join in and hashtag so we could follow along. That would be really fun. And I think that's all I really have to say. I feel like I wanted to get on here and get a floss tube done before we left for nationals, because after I get back, I feel like I'll be playing catch up. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and I'll be back in probably a couple weeks. And if you have one of those Stacy Nash primitives, come join Susie and I. The more the merrier. So Mr. Albus, can you say goodbye to the peoples? Goodbye, peoples. And enjoy your stitching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.